Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Atwood, and this is the last of my series on the unseen world. What I believe that has happened in my lifetime may be totally, completely different how someone else might see the unseen world, because all of our experiences are very much individualized. Back to the unseen world. I believe I mentioned in my last video about the house that I once occupied that had the ghost in it, a bad ley line, and I had to get someone to remove that in order to keep my renters from drinking. I mentioned then that people who are murderers or drug addicts and so forth don't immediately go up, and they can stay in what's known as second physical on quite a while. But eventually I do believe that their angels do take them up, and they go up to an area where they rest like the rest of us, or go through a bunch of levels of information and learning until they come back in for their next lifetime, as we all keep working on our souls to eventually then of course go up on a higher level and stay up on a higher level without a body. But back to the unseen world, I did want to clarify the fact that drug addicts, extreme cases like the famous singer that died, that was sighted and seen for years and years after he died. Of course, I haven't heard of any sightings lately, but that was a case of someone who was so fragmented that they couldn't go up immediately, but I'm sure that's happened already now for that person, that man. Back to the unseen world, you don't have to see something if you are clairvoyant. You might hear something, feel something, you might feel an impression, you might have just an impulse to do something, and you don't know where it comes from, but it turns out that there was a reason for it. And I think I've told you that I went through a series of about 7 years where I was clairvoyant, and then I went through another phase, materialistic phase, and lost most of that ability. It's sort of coming back right now, although I spend a lot of time on the intellectual plane so that I'm not as available as I might be. Back to the unseen world. What is in the unseen world besides ghosts? Also animals that have died run around, and I don't know for how long on them, and they have a group consciousness as opposed to an individual consciousness. I do believe some have souls, but they do stay around in the area, of course, where their loved person was for a while. I had quite a dramatic incident with my cat that died several months ago when she tried to jump up on my lap and hit the wall. This was after she was deceased. I was sitting in a place and kind of waiting to see if she might try to jump up or come up or feel her or something, and all at once was this real loud bang on the wall. So she'd either tried to go through the wall or jump up and hit the wall or something, but that was the last time I had any contact with her. Also in every house is full of energies. Energies are thought forms. When we obsess about something over and over again, it eventually kind of gets almost a life of its own, which is a little bit scary. Negative energy from you or your spouse or your kids or whoever can begin to fester, and actually some people, from their own bad thoughts, their own bad energies, actually can make themselves sick. And they can also get sick from someone else's negative energy. So these are unseen groups of molecules or energy clumps that are not good. And this is one of the most compelling reasons for optimistic thinking, like it's going around now, to create your own reality. You do create an energy field around yourself with your thoughts, and it's very imperative that you, no matter what the circumstances, that you try to see the silver lining, because these energy fields will affect you more than anyone else. Sometimes a person can even affect you sending energy from a distance. As you know, in the metaphysical world, in the unseen world, distance doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. So you can receive some very negative energy through space from a short or long distance. If someone's very mad at you, they can work you over if they have enough anger. On the other hand, love can also travel. Healing energy can travel. You could help some of your relatives that are sick by sending them good energy, healing thoughts. So it's very important. Again, the unseen world is very potent. I believe everyone has a guardian angel. I also believe that there are many different spirit guides. Maybe during certain phases of your life, one guide will be more active than another. I actually did see 3 spirit guides in my house at one time. I also had heard from another guide. This was back during the 7 years I was telling you about. And I have seen my angel both in movement around me, but I also did see her, and she was enormous, in the most beautiful gown I've ever seen, robe, almost like royalty. Her only thing I couldn't see was her head, because she was over the top of, she was too tall for the room. So we have not only negative energies around us, but we have some wonderful helpers that when we ask for help from our spirit guides or from our angels, we can get it. So it's very exciting. I hope that's been helpful. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about auras, which I didn't have time to do today. So thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.